Hi, I'm Heidi. I'm the founder of Moola Masters. This is the Moola Master YouTube channel where we talk about everything money. We're going to talk about income streams. We're going to talk about spending plans, savings, investing, the pros and cons of borrowing, and how to protect your assets. Everything and anything is up for grabs. Thank you for joining us on the Moola Master YouTube channel. Hi guys, it's Heidi, founder of Moola Masters. And today we're going to talk more about 401ks, but we're going to dive down into the difference between a traditional versus a Roth 401k. The good news is everybody can get a Roth 401k as long as your company offers it, and most companies are now offering both, so you get to pick what you feel would work the best for you. The rules for contribution are the same, so you still have that maximum $21,500, and then your employer can, of course, contribute as well. So you still have that math, and these are additive too, right? So if you decide to put some of your money into traditional and some into a Roth, and you max it out at that $21,500, if you add them together, both of them have to equal that $21,500. So that's a good thing to know. So what else do you need to know? The major difference is this is going to be pre-tax dollars, and this is going to be post-tax dollars. So let's say you put $10,000 in. It's a nice even number, and you do this every year. Here in pre-tax, that $10,000 comes off your income, and you don't pay taxes on that $10,000 for that year. Over here in your Roth, that $10,000 is considered part of your income, and you do pay taxes. So why would people want a traditional versus a Roth? Well, some people are saying with a traditional, well, my tax bracket will be lower when I retire. So my overall tax burden will be lower if I go ahead and take it as pre-tax dollars rather than post-tax dollars, because they think they're going to be making less in retirement, so they don't want to have to pay higher taxes. For this, they're going to be harnessing the advantage of investing that money, and they think that that will be to their advantage. So let's just talk about what that looks like. Let's say you put $10,000 in for 20 years, every year, and let's say you have it invested in an index fund, an S&P 500 index fund, for instance, and this is a conservative number, but over the years, the S&P usually is an 8 to 9% return, so we're just going to use like an 8% return. I'm going to round down a little bit. So after $10,000 every year for 20 years at an 8% return, it's around $500,000, a little bit over $500,000. Over that same amount of time, you've put in, your contribution was $200. So the rest of this were your earnings on your $200,000. So your earnings were $300,000 is what you earned from investing that in the S&P 500 over those 20 years. That was your earnings. When you go to withdraw your money, you're going to be paying taxes on that $500,000 on a traditional. Over here, you've already paid taxes. So guess what? There are no taxes on that $500,000. So you put in $200,000, you paid taxes on that $200,000, but you did not pay any taxes on that $300,000 that you earned on your investment. So that's one of the advantage and the strength of a Roth IRA. So what else do you need to know? So when you can withdraw, it's a slightly different rule when you can withdraw money from a Roth versus a traditional. So everybody can start withdrawing at 59.5 from a traditional 401k. Earlier, if you have a disability. However, the additional requirement for a Roth is you've had to have had this account open for 5 years before you can make a withdrawal. So you have to, when you look at when you're retiring, just keep that in mind. what happens if you decide you have to do a withdrawal? Remember last time we were talking about the roof? So let's say you had $10,000 and you had to withdraw to go to fix your roof. You decided to just take it out of your 401k. So in this case, I think we use 30% as your tax bracket, plus the fine, which is 10%. So we take the 10,000, we take 30,000, so now we're at 7. And now we're going to take the 1,000, that additional $1,000 out, and so of your 10,000, now you're going to get $6,000 because you had to pay taxes and fine. Now over here, it's a little different. They are not going to tax you on your contributions. They will tax you, however, on your investments. So if your investments did well, let's say out of that $10,000, $3,000 of that was actually capital gains. It was money you made from your investment. You're going to have to pay taxes on this, and you're going to have to pay a 10% fine. So while you're not paying taxes on the full amount like you would for a traditional, you are paying taxes on any of your capital gains, what you've earned on your investment. So that's a disadvantage. So the other thing we need to think about is distributions. So at 72, we're all required to take distributions from our 401k. Say you don't want to take a distribution because you don't want that going into your income, right? On this one, you have no choice. You have to take the distribution. On this one, you can say, no, I don't need that money right now. I want to keep that invested. You can roll that over into a Roth IRA and avoid taking any disbursements. There's another thing to know, is say you passed away and you had a traditional 401k, your children, non-spousal beneficiaries, would have 10 years to remove this money, and they would have to pay taxes. On a Roth, they would have 10 years to remove the money. No taxes. So that's an advantage for your children if they were to inherit your 401k. So I think that's all I wanted to cover on the 401k part. Next time we're going to be talking about Roth IRAs versus traditional IRAs, as well as backdoor Roths. See you then. Thank you for joining us on the Moola Master YouTube channel. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe below. And if there's a specific topic you would like to see us go over, please put it in the comments so we can go over it at a later episode. We'll be publishing weekly, so stay tuned for more. If you are interested in one-on-one financial coaching and help with a financial plan, please see our website at Moola, MOOLA, masters.com. We'll see you there.